I belonged to a family which was doing well till my grandfather was murdered. I was suffering from inferiority complex because of financial condition of the family and my poor performance in academics. In harsh winter months of Delhi, I used to go to school in short pants because that is what my father could afford. If you want that no one laughs at you or your children, then you must make yourself successful in life. That day, I decided that I must set up a goal. That day, I decided to become an army officer. There are very few people in this world who are born with a silver spoon. Majority of us have to blaze our trail by setting up goals, working hard, showing determination and resilience in the face of failures. Becoming an army officer was my aim, and I also faced a lot of obstacles and roadblocks. I want to narrate few incidents which helped me in setting up goal, achieving the goal, and shaping the life the way I wanted it to be. I am Col Sanjeet Sirohi, served in the army for 35 years and retired in 2009. I was born in a village in Uttar Pradesh, which is 90 kilometers from national capital. I belonged to a family which was doing well till my grandfather was murdered. All the burden of the family came on my father since he was the eldest. We were 12 members in the family and my father was the only member. Family moved to Delhi in 1960 and I was enrolled in Bal Bharti Air Force School. You can imagine a child coming from a village, admitted or enrolled in a convent-educated school. For me, my confidence was very low and self-esteem was very low. I was introvert. I was introvert to such extent that I could not even ask questions in the class. Even if I knew the answer, I could not answer the question which was put up by the class teacher. I was suffering from inferiority complex because of financial condition of the family and my poor performance in academics. The financial condition of the family was so bad that I used to carry my lunch wrapped in a newspaper. In harsh winter months of Delhi, I used to go to school in short pants because that is what my father could afford. In second standard, I used to commute in a DTC bus from my house to school. Since there was no direct bus, I had to change in between. And invariably, I used to get late. One day, my class teacher got annoyed and she asked me why I come late to the class every day. I very sheepishly told her, ma'am, I come to school in a DTC bus and that too I have to change in between. She cooled down a bit, but she asked me another question. She said, if that be the case, why could not I take the school bus? I very innocently told her, ma'am, I cannot take school bus because my father cannot afford to pay for the school bus fare. Some children who were maybe from good families, they started giggling and laughing. I felt very sad. I was embarrassed and I started crying. The teacher, she admonished those children and she asked me to come inside the class. After the class was over, she took me to her office. I don't remember exact word what she said, but I think what she said was like this: son, this life is very difficult. People will laugh at you. If you want that no one laughs at you or your children, then you must make yourself successful in life. That was the turning point. That day, I decided that I must set up a goal. Since I was studying in Air Force School, that day I decided to become an army officer. The point I want to tell everyone is, the lesson which I have learned very early in life was that you must set up your goal as early in life as possible and follow it passionately till you achieve it. After this, I joined Ramjas College. As my goal was to become an army officer, I took NCC. I took part in 2 Republic Day parades. Every day we used to march from Rashtrapati Bhavan to Red Fort, which was 12 kilometers route. You can imagine 12 kilometers marching and carrying the rifle also. That was the passion I had for joining the army. I attended all annual training camps. I cleared all certificate examinations, including C certificate. During that period, I appeared in National Defense Academy entrance exam thrice, and every time I failed in mathematics. Because mathematics or the written was my obstacle. But as they say, if you want anything in life from your heart, the complete universe conspires to give you that. कहते हैं कि अगर किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने के लिए लग जाती है. The same thing happened with me. The orders came that all those NCC cadets who have cleared their C certificate exam need not appear for written exam. Now the roadblock which I had was removed. I appeared in SSB, that is Service Selection Board. I cleared that in first chance without any coaching. Now the point I want to bring out is that in spite of setting up goal, in spite of moving toward that, you will face roadblocks and obstacles. Don't worry on that. Keep on moving passionately. The roadblocks will be removed either with your hard work or with divine intervention. I joined Indian Military Academy in January 1975. I was put in Singhad company. The Singhad company at that time was the champion company. Why it was champion was because it was commanded by Major Hoshiyar Singh. So when I joined, his orders were very funny. His orders were that all first-timers, that is newly inductees, will start front-rolling whenever the cadet sees Major Hoshiyar Singh. Now it was very, very insulting and humiliating. But later on I realized why he did that. He did that because in case you want to rise in life, you must start from lower level. Because once you go up, you will not forget what the life is down below. You will be grounded and humble. And that is the hallmark of all defense services officers. After my training of 1.5 years in IMA, I joined one of the finest armored regiments in the Indian Army, the 20th Lancers. The regiment was stationed at Sangrur in Punjab and was equipped with Vijayant tanks. I had just come back from my basic armor course of 6 months, and I was trying to learn the nuances of serving as a troop leader in the regiment, when one fine morning, during the maintenance of the tanks, I decided to drive a tank. I started up the tank, and you get very powerful feeling when you start 40 tons of war machine. You are in a totally different frame of mind. I speeded up the tank. When I approached a building in which the class was going on, I realized that the brakes were not working. I was in panic mode. I tried to stop the tank, but the 40-ton tank with that much of momentum didn't stop. And it banged into a building. The building collapsed, the wall collapsed. All those Jawans who were undergoing that class there, they started running. There was a hue and cry, and everything was let loose. I, poor second lieutenant, with few months of service, was trembling and was shocked. Commandant was informed. He came after 2-3 minutes only. He saw the building, damage to the building, and he was very furious. Squadron commander was called, and he was told that this building should be repaired by evening and within the squadron resources. He also gave the orders for my punishment. When I heard that, I was totally sad and dejected. I went to one corner and sat down. One troop dafedar, who is an equivalent to an havaldar, a very fatherly figure, he walked up to me and said, "Don't worry, jo hua so hua. Go to your room and relax." But he told me one thing. He said, "साहब, ये जो आज का जो हादसा हुआ है, इसको जिंदगी में कभी भूलना मत। आज ये कसम खाओ कि जिस रेजिमेंट में आपके पनिशमेंट के ऑर्डर्स दिए गए हैं, जिस कुर्सी से ये पनिशमेंट के ऑर्डर्स आए हैं, आप एक दिन आप उसी रेजिमेंट के कमांडेंट बनो." That was the time I decided that I will become commandant of that regiment. And you'll be very happy to know that after 20 years, I commanded the same regiment. The point I want to bring out is that in life there will be both positive and negative events. Try to convert negative events into positive one, because every negativity has positivity in that. And please take it as a challenge. If I had not taken this negative event as a challenge, I would have become like a hot air balloon moving in the direction where the wind would have taken me, and I would have lost my aim in life. That was to do well in life. I retired in 2009. After retirement, I joined an organization in Noida which was carrying out personality development program for the college-going students for getting them the job. After 3 years, I joined as a director HR in Institute of Hotel Management, Meerut. I believe that fire in you, in spite of being retired, in spite of your growing old, the fire in you should never die down. You should give back to the society what you have gained from this society. I believe in the old dictum in army, we say that the old soldiers, they do not die, they just fade away. In the end, I would like to conclude with the saying of Maria Robinson, a highly reputed and inspirational personality of America. She said, I quote, "Nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but anyone can start today and make a good ending." Unquote. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Tell us what you think about this video and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.